Sev, we blew up this week.
Absolutely. I saw myself this time constantly.
Going on the I can't lie, it's addicting.
I was freaking. I was like,
I can't lie, the numbers are addicting.
We change your life to have somebody whereby you can express yourself. Most of the time, we have somebody we can, a gist partner, but we don't have somebody we can intentionally discuss where we are.
We are lacking that right now in our generation.
Yep.
We are lacking genuine platonic relationships. People have idolized romantic relationships so much that they have lost the beauty of platonic relationships.
Everybody have a different perception on how they view certain things. You don't know the intention of the person behind what they're saying.
For sure.
What led them to what they're saying.
Yeah.
But you want to make it your life.
Yeah.
Even though your life, it might be better, in a better position than the person that you're looking at.
15 uncomfortable but healthy questions to ask your best friend or partner.
Do you think there's an aspect of my personality that pushes people away?
Just that aspect of, let me mind my business, let me go about my day, keep my head down and keep it pushing kind of thing.
This make me understand that people talk about me.
Okay, it's not giving that. Have you ever been hurt by something I said or did and we never discussed it?
Hold on. How would I answer this?
Just because we're friends and because we're as close as we are does not mean that I should expect you to now carry my whole life in your head.
I think this is one of our serious conversations that we usually have. Like, this one is coming out serious.
Some things don't require seriousness.
I
There you go. That's your bad advice for the week. Sorry, I can't say that. Welcome back to another episode of the World of Our Own podcast. I am your always chaotic host, Sam.
And I am Omoba Sir.
Yes. Okay, guys, remember how every episode I was saying that Sev doesn't have something before his name? He has something before his name now. However, some people are not going to know what Omoba means. So what does that mean?
Omoba means Prince Sir.
Oh, I thought it meant king.
No, Omoba is Omo.
Oh,
son.
child of the son of the king.
Yeah, son of the king, yeah.
So you're a prince.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Guys, that's like his kind of signature, kind of something you say before his name. Do you understand what I mean? Because he knows who he is.
Absolutely.
He knows he is. Anyway, World of Our Own is our gift of friendship to you guys. It is a space where we come and we put that platform of friendship to the public. Because in friendship is where you usually experience your most authentic conversations.
Yep.
You don't have to think twice before you say something.
Absolutely.
And you're allowed to say your intrusive thoughts out loud. And that's what this space is for us. It's a space of safety, and we hope it's also going to be a space of safety for you as well. So, Sev, we blew up this week.
Absolutely.
The thing is, we're going to talk about this right now, but me and Sev have been talking about this the whole week from one post, guys. Okay, we didn't blow up, but technically on TikTok.
No. We blowed up. Say it the way it is. Because, come to think about it, it is, I look at, people's stuff. We watch people videos all the time. And realistically, it's not easy to hit 1.7, 1.6 million. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
So
from like genuine podcasts. You know, guys, I don't know if you guys are on TikTok, but it's the most random stuff sometimes that goes like viral, quote unquote. So the fact that it was like podcast content that went viral like that is crazy.
Crazy, Lotto.
Crazy.
Massively crazy.
I did not expect it.
And I'm someone that, anyway, I'm not someone that read comments.
Yeah.
But this time, I was reading people
comments. We're going to read some of them right now. But guys, the love.
How many times have you said the love?
Like, I don't know. The love has just been so overwhelming. Like, we've had comments. Guys, we went from... So on YouTube, we were on... How many subscribers did we have? 77 subscribers. We currently have 400 and something subscribers.
In fact...
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
How many numbers? On Monday, as in this... Last week Monday, for those of you who will be watching this, last week Monday, we had... How many?
We have 300
and something followers.
Yeah.
On Monday, by the time we got to like middle of the week, we were on like 25k.
Yep. Correct.
Insane.
Massively insane.
What the heck? That's all I've been saying this week.
Absolutely.
I was just like, oh my God.
Even
Because
while
we've been talking about this.
Yeah, even while I'm at work, I will quickly call you and say, Sam, did you see the figure?
Exactly.
Sam, can you see?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not somebody that, look, I don't really go on it but I saw myself this time constantly
Going
flicking.
on it, yeah. I can't lie,
Like,
it's addicting.
I was flicking, I was like,
I can't lie, the numbers are addicting because I'm just like, damn. It was just going up and up and up.
life can change
And
like
it's
this.
weird because, guys, the funny thing is me and Sev but that week especially, we were talking about the podcast a lot. And usually, naturally, we don't really talk about the podcast that much. It's just something we do. We said we're going to commit ourselves to do it. We're going to show up and we're going to keep doing what we're doing, right?
Yep.
And I feel like that week we were just talking a lot about like, you never know what God can do in any moment. Like, you never know when something will blow up. You never know when all of a sudden your audience will go up. You never know. At the end of the day, we're committing ourselves to this. We know why we're doing it. Do you understand what I mean? And the reason why we're doing it is that gift of friendship, is to provide a safe space for people to come and speak their intrusive thoughts and what they are genuinely experiencing in life. So we realize that we're not alone in this life.
Absolutely.
We are not alone. And I think that's why that specific post blew up.
Yep.
I can't lie. Because
people can
everyone's
relate
thinking
with
the
it.
same thing.
Yep.
Everyone is literally thinking the same thing. Like, I am tired.
You're more, that was like you're the voice of the people.
Facts. That's what it's giving. But it's weird. It's not something nuanced. Like, it's not something new. Do you get what I mean?
Yep.
It's something everyone is experiencing. But I feel like because we've now given our friendship, because this is how we talk behind the scenes, you understand what I mean?
Absolutely.
And to be honest, most things that I will say to you, it's probably something I wouldn't say in public. Do you understand what I mean? But thankfully, because of this space now, unfortunately, it has its advantages and it has its disadvantages.
Correct.
There are things that we will say as if we were just talking in our friendship that's now going to go out into the world.
Yes.
But we can see how many people related to it. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely agree to that because from the comments I'm reading, it's like a lot of people have, they need somebody to hear their voice.
Yeah.
And because they don't have that venue for people to hear their voice, they don't really speak about how they intentionally actually feel, which is an important thing. Whereby we have who was I having a discussion? I can't remember who I was having a discussion with. Whereby I was saying that it's important. It's really, really, it will change your life to have somebody whereby you can express yourself to. I think most of the time we have somebody a gist partner, but we don't have somebody we can intentionally discuss where we're at with.
Yeah.
And I think because from the comments, I'm seeing people, I saw someone's comment whereby, what did they even say? Sam, you're my animal.
Spirit animal.
I'm thinking, animal, what kind of animal is this? So
yeah, Sev called me and he was like, Sam, what the hell does this mean?
Honestly, the comment is commenting.
Yeah, the comments are sick.
I think that's my drive force, actually.
What, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, the comments are nice.
I'm seeing the comments.
I've been reading through you guys' comments. I'm going to try and reply to as many of you guys as possible.
No, you can't reply to all of them.
Yeah, there's so many. There is so many. And some of our other videos are like now picking up as well because of kind of the eyes we've seen. To be honest, like this whole thing has just reinforced the reason why I think this space is important. Do you understand what I mean? It's so crazy in this day and age how many people are depending on social media to be their safe space. Ooh. And that's a very toxic thing in the sense of you don't really know who is speaking to you. You don't know their life. You don't know where they're speaking from. You don't know what experiences they're speaking
from. The intention behind.
You don't know the intentions behind what they're speaking, but you've taken on what they're speaking as Bible. Do you understand what I mean? Oof. And not to say that there isn't healthy spaces on social media. However, even with the healthy spaces on social media, there should still be a limit with it in the sense of you still don't know this person, which is why, for me, for more than anything, what this space is to hopefully remind people that I need to find my people. I need to find my person, that I can create that space with myself where I can discuss my intrusive thoughts, where I can discuss the facts that maybe I'm not getting on with life so well right now, where I can discuss the things that I can't say in public. Do you understand what I mean? And that's what this reinforced for me. Because even when I was reading the comments, I was like, right, like, people feel safe hearing this. People feel seen hearing this. People feel heard hearing this. And it was just a bit of banter. It wasn't even that deep. It was something funny, but it just goes to show me that we are lacking that right now in our generation.
Yep.
We are lacking genuine platonic relationships. Yep. And do you know what part of the issue is? It's part of the disease that romantic relationships take precedence. And I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying that people have prioritized and I want to say godified, but godified is not a word. As an idolized,
you can start it.
Idolized romantic relationships so much that they have lost the beauty of platonic relationships. They have lost the beauty of a brother. They have lost the beauty of a sister.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? And a lot of people, because they don't have that safety in real life, they turn to social media to find that safety. And social media, as much as it can be healthy, it's still kind of a dangerous place sometimes, especially if it's not consumed in a healthy way.
Just like one of the podcasts that we recorded, everybody can read we can all read this book, but we don't know the intention behind whoever wrote that book.
Yeah.
It's just like all these quotes that we see online. People who read quotes and they will go by that quote. Meanwhile, the person that wrote that quote, is writing it as a result of the frustration or anger that somebody created within them.
Yeah.
And they're writing that quote, and you're saying, that is true. No, it's not your reality. That quote is not your reality. Your reality is you.
Yeah.
And then I think that is the...
Your reality is you.
Is you.
Yeah.
Because your reality is not the quote you see online that somebody is writing as a result of their frustration. Because behind some quote, you would think the person is happy, but the person is not happy.
For sure.
Because it depends on how
social media.
Exactly. It depends on how you want to see certain things. We could both watch a movie but have a different interpretation of that movie.
For sure.
And that is the thing about all of that's why sometimes I'm not a fan of all these quotes anyway. But I do.
Even though we have a whole section called Quote of the Week.
And that is the thing, because the thing is, everybody have a different perception on how they view certain things.
Yeah.
Right? And hence why you can't base your life based on what some certain things in terms of,
sure.
Because you don't know the intention of the person behind what they're saying.
For sure.
What led them to what they're saying.
Yeah.
But you want to make it your life, even though your life might be better, in a better position than the person that you're looking at.
Yeah.
Which is why for me, when I saw all of this, I was gassed. Remember, this is what I was gonna ask. There's one important question that has been running through my
is this
mind.
the question? Basically, before we started recording, Seven's been saying, "Oh my God, there's something we're gonna ask you on the podcast."
There's one question
we're gonna ask you on the podcast. There's something I'm gonna ask you on the podcast.
Calm down now.
Sorry.
There's one question that I've asked you already.
Oh, okay, you've asked me already.
But then, when I asked you the question, you answered it in a very, very beautiful way.
Okay.
Hence why I wanted to ask it, so that they also see from that angle as well. And the reason why is, bro, that answer was so genuine when you said it, but I don't know if you'll be able to say it again. The question is, to you personally at this point, I mean, not at this point because we are literally almost there. To you, would you eventually see yourself as a content creator? Because that's the pedestal people are trying to aim to.
Yeah.
Once you start having 10,000, start having 20,000, you see people already automatically they're influencers.
Yeah.
Even somebody that has 5,000 followers, influencer.
Yeah.
UGC content creator.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, would you eventually categorize yourself under a content creator, an influencer, or I don't know what they call themselves.
Yeah.
So if you can elaborate on that for me.
Basically, when you asked me this question,
I was even driving to Northampton that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in the car.
Honest, it's not the first time you've asked me the question. You've asked me the question time ago. Basically, this is the way I answered the question to Sev. What I told Sev is that I don't want to be an influencer, and that's just for me. However, I will caveat that by saying that we do have an epidemic of everyone who wants to be an influencer these days. Everyone wants to be on social media, which, of course, it's a way in which to earn income. Do you understand what I mean? It's a way to get yourself out there. But I feel like that's the only tool it should remain, in the sense of it should never be a place where like you're only gonna limit yourself to that thing. So basically what I told Sev is that I don't want to be an influencer. I've always known that I've always wanted to have a multifaceted career, in the sense of my gifts will make way for me, in the sense of how that manifests will never be boxed to one thing, will never be boxed to a podcast, will never be boxed to a career. I'm a pharmacist right now, will never be boxed to my pharmacy career, will never be boxed to the other dreams and other things that I want to do. I write, I also want to work in entertainment at some point, and hopefully film and TV at some point as well. But even working in those industries, it's not about working in those industries, it's about utilizing my gift. Okay, guys, a few episodes ago, me and Sev did this thing on Instagram that I saw. It's 15 uncomfortable but healthy questions to ask your best friend or partner. And I think we did the first 5 questions. We did the first 5 questions, and it was cute, it was fun. I think some of you guys actually loved it, especially some of you new followers. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you down. And now we're going to do the rest of those questions, and we're going to alternate it. So he's going to ask me one question, and I'm going to ask him a question. So it's 15 uncomfortable but healthy questions to ask your best friend or partner. We did the first part of this, I think, 2 episodes ago. So if you look at either episode 6 or 7, it will be on one of those, the first part of these questions. We love to do this purely because me and Sev, I feel like our relationship got deeper when we played this game called We're Not Really Strangers, and it basically just brought us so much more closer together, just allowed us to see our shared humanity, and really, really establish that gift of friendship between both of us. So we're both big believers in asking ourselves questions that really make us, look deeper, that really make us, get a bit emotional. Maybe we'll get a bit emotional today. Hey,
Calm down, Sam. Where's the question?
So we're going to go from question 6. Question 1 to 5 is on episode 6 or 7. I can't remember which one it is.
Do you think there's an aspect of my personality that pushes people away?
Yes, there is an aspect of your personality that pushes people away. And I was speaking to one of our friends about this. Pelumi, shout out to you. And basically we were just talking.
Why are you shouting, Pelumi?
I don't know, because he's our friend.
Why would you shout out, Pelumi?
Because he's our friend.
Nobody know him.
Yeah, but
do I know him?
It'll make him feel good if he has it.
Pelumi, we are not shouting you, yeah?
Pelumi, don't mind Seven. He's jealous of you.
Can't. Jealous.
He's jealous of you.
Jealous? Why would I be
jealous of you?
Why would I be jealous? Shall I continue?
Because he feels like you're trying to steal the spot of Bestie. But it's okay, Sev. Your spot can never be stolen. It's okay.
Sam, what's going on?
So, your spot can never be stolen.
What did you eat?
Your spot can never be stolen. It's okay. So it's okay. You don't need to be defensive about you telling me. Stop that.
Sam, I don't know what's wrong with you. Sam, it's too early.
Let's go. It's too late.
This is why we keep losing.
It's too late. Okay, cool. Yes, basically we were just talking on the phone, and I was saying that, sometimes you act brand new. Do you understand what I mean? Like exclusive. You just know you're that guy. Do you understand what I mean? However, the way it was perceived from him is, and probably how a lot of people will perceive it, is that you're just a guy that keeps to yourself. That's the way he described it. That Sev is just someone that keeps to himself, if that makes sense. So I think that's an aspect of a personality that could push people away. Just that aspect of, let me mind my business, let me go about my day, keep my head down and keep it pushing kind of thing.
This make me understand that people talk about me. Okay,
it's not giving that. It's not, but people do talk about you.
People talk about me.
You're a topic.
Absolutely.
But as you should be, because you're a man of exclusiveness.
Oh yes.
Yeah. The thing is, people are going to talk about you when you're just that guy.
That's what I'm getting right now.
Yeah, and it wasn't giving that though. We were just talking in general.
No, it's giving.
We were just talking in general.
It was giving.
It wasn't giving that.
It's giving. And everybody will have a different perception of me.
Yes, for sure.
I feel like
and you can't control that.
In regards to that, I feel like it is not that I keep to myself. It is just that, people have not known me enough for me to speak to them.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel like until when you are in my space, you will realize that I don't keep to myself.
Yeah.
I'm somebody that will tell you anything and everything.
You're a talker.
When you are in my space, but outside of my space, I wouldn't want to disclose Because what would be the benefit of you being in my space when I can disclose everything out?
Yeah.
So there has to be a difference.
Yeah. As in
when you are-
publicly.
Exactly. Yeah, there have to be a difference when you are in my space and outside of my space.
Yeah.
So if you're outside of my space, you can't get the benefit of someone inside of my space.
Yeah, facts.
So
100%.
there has to be that exclusiveness for somebody that is trying to know me.
Yeah.
And there has to be a big difference for somebody that just, they are just there.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying.
Question 7 or question 2 for the sake of this episode. Have you ever been hurt by something I said or did and we never discussed it?
Hold on. How would I answer this?
Before you answer, guys, the whole point of these questions is also to make sure that you take these questions and you ask them in your spaces with your loved ones.
So many times.
Okay.
I wish I had one.
You don't have one?
Yeah. But that's the thing about all this. So for me, maybe because I don't keep record, as things happen, it's either I discuss it right there
or you forget about it.
Or I forget about it. There's two ways. Say it right there or forget about
He's
it.
healed.
Is that a part of your life
My
you
life.
feel I don't understand or acknowledge?
I feel like right now, Sev kind of acknowledges every area of my... And even... I think we've spoken about this on the podcast before. I think this question... For me, I think this question is kind of weird. And I think the reason why it's weird is because you can't wait for someone else to acknowledge certain parts of your life or acknowledge every area of your life. At some point, you do have to take personal responsibility for going up and having communication with someone. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. Which is why I came to you. Like, just because we're friends and because we're as close as we are, does not mean that I should expect you to now carry my whole life on your head when you have your own life to live. Do you understand what I mean?
Yep.
So even if there was currently a certain area of my life that I thought you didn't acknowledge, that has really nothing to do with you, I don't think. It has something to do with me saying, if you have some sort of a burden in your heart about something I want to discuss with you, I should come to you.
I think this is one of our serious conversations that we usually have.
What do you mean?
Like, this one is coming out serious.
As in what, this episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I prefer it serious.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, guys, which is why I was scared why that thing went viral. Because I was like, we have our days. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because even like episode 1 to 6, 5 were very serious.
Oh, yeah, we have to be, no?
Very serious. And this is a serious podcast. Life is serious. But also what I realized is that we're not experts. I'm actually also very silly. So please, some things...
Don't say it. I know you were about to say something really bad.
Some things don't require seriousness.
And Sam, read it.
There you go. There you go. That's your bad advice for the week. Sorry, I can't take myself seriously. Some things genuinely don't require seriousness. Even at work, just laugh. Please.
Or walk away.
Please, let's regroup in the next meeting. Please, what stupid regroup? We're not regrouping. That's what you should say in the email. Sometimes be unserious. Simple as ABC.
Yeah, I actually agree on that one.
Life is not that serious. My God.
I think life is so simple.
Yeah.
If you make it simple.
Yeah, man. It's never that.
I think we do complicate things.
Yeah,
more.
It's never that deep. So there you go, guys. That's your bad advice. Don't take everything seriously. That's really good advice, actually.
Yeah, it's good advice.
Because I think one thing I've really worked on this year is not taking myself seriously. Yeah. I think for so long in my life, I took myself very seriously.
Or you took everything around too seriously.
Well, yeah, but that's the result of taking yourself too seriously. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like when you take yourself so seriously, you're going to take everything around you.
You're going to be stiff.
Yes. Exactly.
It's like
even when
a robot.
Yeah.
Like your zigzag. Which is not good. Don't be stiff.
Exactly. And I found that I was stiff in some aspects of my life. I promise you,
this is why I love to watch One Piece.
Oh, because of Luffy.
Freedom.
Yeah, I hear you.
Freedom. See.
Well, Luffy is the definition of it's not that deep. Yeah.
It's not deep.
Yeah, because it's really not that deep.
See, laugh with your enemies. They will go back home to question why they hate you.
Wow. That's true.
Bro, I've done that so many
That's
times.
true.
Laugh with them.
If you play their game of hatred, they're just going to hate you more. It's just going to get more serious. That's true.
Enjoy with them. Why use?
It will confuse them.
They will be confused.
They will know why they don't like you.
In fact, they will doubt their hatred.
They will doubt, fam. It's true, you know.
Because life is not hard.
It's not hard.
Like-
It's so true.
Why are you hating me?
Yeah, facts. Because you hate me so much, you don't even know why you hate me anymore.
Play their game. It's a tactical.
Wow. And that's, do you know what? That's why I realized, because I remember, like, there's someone in church that, oh my God, there's someone in church that grinds my gear. That, when I tell you, I love him. I absolutely love him. My whole entire heart now, by the way. Oh my God.
This podcast, are we meant to be mentioning people's names?
Oh, should we not mention people's names? Maybe I'll bleep out his name.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll bleep out his name. This guy, I think like our personalities are like polar opposites. Like he pissed, like you know when someone just knows how to grind your gears? That boy knows how to grind my gears. But I absolutely love him. I love him to pieces. This is when like we were a bit more immature and we just clashed. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was reflecting one day and I found that like it's because I'm taking this guy too seriously. I'm taking myself too seriously.
Yeah.
I found that when I took myself seriously, it just caused more problems for me. But when I started to kind of like relax, banter with him, and like just joke around and like kind of become more comfortable in my insecurities, because sometimes the reason why I feel, I don't know, this, I could be wrong, but I feel like sometimes when you take yourself too seriously is because you're so hyper aware of your insecurities that you work so hard to cover them. Do you understand what I mean? You work so hard to cover them, which can result in you taking yourself incredibly seriously.
Yep.
However, what I found that it was just causing friction between the relationship.
Yep.
But when I leaned into my insecurities and when I became comfortable with the facts that I'm not the smartest kid in the world, when I became comfortable with the facts that I am a bit weird, when I became comfortable with the fact that, okay, I am a bit of a perfectionist, but it's not that deep, I found that there was less friction between our relationship, between my relationship with him. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And I found that when I took myself less seriously, it was like butter. Like, I found that he would take on my points more. He would actually listen to what I was saying. And I don't know why that was, but I just think, when you take yourself too seriously, it's an energy.
Rigid.
It spreads across the room. Everyone else becomes rigid. And that's why I had to stop taking myself seriously. I'm trying hard now, especially in my life, not to take myself that seriously.
No, you can.
It makes situations more difficult for you, I can't lie. Do you feel I support your dreams and ambitions as much as I could?
The thing is, you may not know, you've helped me in some certain ways as well, in terms of within my journey. Because days of whereby I don't have any penny, you know, I run, oh, Sam, can you quickly send me this? Because, you know, it helps to make things much more easier. The best way you can help somebody, like a brother to brother, in terms of their plans and all this kind of, is when you're like this, with ideas, with money, with, you know, discussion, you know, because we do have all this discussion within the car as well and talk about all this kind of stuff. And then, you know, as from band, you don't know, you speak the right words, you know, which helps as well. It helps me because, you know, I know that I'm someone that is very motivated in life anyway. But then having somebody to discuss certain things with helps me a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big dreamer, so I definitely, not that I expect that from my friends as well, but it's definitely the kind of language I use around my friends, in the sense of I don't expect, because that's weird. I could never tell anyone how to live their life. I always find that thing weird. Like, don't tell me how to live my life. You can't please, God gave me free will, and it's you, that's the creation of God that wants to tell me how to live my life. Stop right there. That thing pisses me off.
I don't...
Free will that God has given me, and it's you that you think you want to tell me how to live my life.
Why are you pointing at me?
Sorry, not you, not Seth.
Me.
That thing jars me. I take I can't tell anyone how to live their life. I can give suggestions. I can inspire you from my own life. I can maybe persuade you, but tell you how to live your life. Come off that, man.
That's true. Why would you, Lotto, you can't tell somebody how to live their life.
Doesn't make sense.
How can something that is created telling another creation that this is how you should? No.
When God has given me free will. Guys, don't be fooled in this world, please. I'm not saying have pride. I'm not saying don't listen to people. I'm just saying if anyone is trying to, like, with their language, force you into, like, a way of being. Or manipulate you into...
They don't force anymore.
If they manipulate, it's true. Or manipulate you into a way of being. Tell them to come off that. It's not good. But yeah, I remember... I don't know if I should talk about this because it was my dad. No, it's fine. It's not deep. He was basically saying to me like it really pains him when someone doesn't take his advice, and I always and he says it often. Do you understand? Because it's like they're disrespecting him. Do you understand what I mean? And I always find that thing funny because I'm like, no one has to take your advice. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just the thing about life. No one has to take your advice. You can't be offended by that. You can't allow your value to be reduced just because someone doesn't take your advice.
Yep.
It's not about you. It's about them. Everyone has a right not to take your advice. They have a right.
The same way we can have a conversation right now.
Yes.
And you still choose to do what you want to do.
I'm still going to choose to do what I want. It's up. I can either choose to listen to you or choose not to listen to you. It's my choice. You cannot make that choice for the other person. If you're making that choice for the other person, yes, one, it's manipulation. And actually, they will come back to curse you. They will come back to insult you. Okay, next question. Seth, take it away.
Have you ever felt envious or resentful towards me, and why?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Really?
Guys, Sev is, I don't know how to, definitely. Sev is the kind of person that will not follow the rules, but yet good things will still happen to him.
Why? Don't bail me out. Don't bail me out.
And that thing used to piss me. Oh my God. That thing angered my spirit, especially being the kind of guy who thinks that if I don't follow the rules, good things won't happen to me. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So like seeing someone that like, who doesn't give a damn for the rules, and yet life is beautiful. Because most times if something is going wrong in my life, I will usually like equate it back to maybe a time where I wasn't doing things properly. Do you understand what I mean? Or I wasn't, maybe I didn't listen to this person, or maybe I spoke rough to someone, or maybe, you know, I didn't do something in church, maybe. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. And I would say, oh, great, because I didn't show up to this event in church, this bad thing is going up to my life now. Whereas Sev is the type to maybe show up to no church events and life is chilling.
Why will you bail me out like
life
that?
Life is just great.
There's a point of my life where I used to see life like that.
What, as in the way I used to see it, or the way you used to see it?
The way, what you just explained.
Yeah.
And I've used to tell myself, that's so transactional.
Yeah.
But God does not give a damn about whether I do this or I don't
it's
do
not
this.
like that.
Where my heart is, that's where He is.
It's very true.
And then
it's very true. Because you could even be, you could be following the rules, but you're not really following the rules. Your heart isn't there. Your heart is not there.
And then there was this passage in the Bible that I read one time that made me understand something, whereby it's like when you want to pray, go into this sacred place in your heart and shut the door. The Bible was so specific about the fact that shut that door and let it be just you and Him.
Yeah.
So I'm that type to not. I try not to take any baggage in. Whether I don't do this, I don't do that. Hence why I have this personal moment. I do have personal moments.
Yes.
So I don't equate my life based on, okay, oh God, oh maybe even when I used to do my bad stuff around.
Yeah.
Right? I don't say because of that I will not pray.
Yeah.
I'll still go in my secret place. I'll still say,
oh,
God, look, I know I poke you in the eyes.
Yep.
Like, and I'm so sorry that I did.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it in a way whereby, oh, it's a good thing.
Yeah, or like I want to keep doing it.
I don't make it my reality. See,
you said something so powerful just then.
I blank so many things away from that will hinder me from running back to God.
fine.
So rather than me, because I don't want to be in a position whereby I will feel so disgusted, I will feel irritated
By yourself.
enough
Not to go to
back.
God. That's good.
So because what that does is if I'm shaming myself, it make me resent the presence. So rather than me resenting, I would rather want to be running back every time.
That's so good. That's so
Even
good.
because look, people make it easy. People make it look easy that when you're in sin, right, you can just stop like that. Bam.
Yeah.
It's a lie. Oh.
As you would say, babalai.
Babarodi. It's not true.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
There is still gonna be that urge. There's still gonna be this thing that is. So it's a journey.
Yeah.
Some people,
and that's why a lot of people live secret lives.
and some people will tell you that. See, we know you. Honestly speaking, we are just holding back. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? We see in between.
God
and between.
expose you. Anyway.
What's going on? We know. We are just keeping quiet.
But it's just human. Go ahead.
You're human. And for me, I just feel like, I have so many work to do. And part of those work is for me to make sure that I'm guarding my heart away from a reason not to be able to be there. And this week was magical week for me, actually, funny enough. Speaking of this, I didn't even know I was going to speak about it. That week, I was telling God that I know that I've poked you in the eye so many times.
Yeah.
But I still feel the sensation that you're around.
That's good.
I still know that you're there. Because the thing is, because one thing that came to my mind one time is, because you mentioned this just now, that I ask God for something and He gives it to me like that. I ask God for something and He gives it to me like that.
Yeah.
So the thought came to my mind that, okay, what if... Have you ever thought of the fact that it could be the devil just giving you stuff? But although I know that the devil can give you something,
said that before,
but it's like it's giving you stuff to encourage the idea of you doing bad.
Yeah.
So that
while
you
still
will
getting...
you
while
get what
still
I
being
mean?
blessed. Yeah.
So that you will be comfortable in the idea of at the end of the day I'm doing bad and then I'm still getting blessed.
Yes.
I think that's what is the coverage, the thing that is blinding people's eyes in this generation. Is the fact that they feel like, I'm doing bad, but I'm getting away with it.
Which means I can get away with
that
it.
means I can still continue getting away with it.
Which is not true.
Which is not true.
The grace and the blessing of God is without repentance, in the sense of, even if you are doing a badness, the goodness of God still remains, which is scary in a way.
Yes.
Which is why He does say, like, a good father does reprimand his child, if that makes sense. So if you're getting all these blessings, but you're not getting any repercussions or corrections for maybe the negative that you're doing,
it's tough.
it was a wrong mindset, and I think that's why God even showed me a lot of the things that He showed me this year, because I think He wants to debunk that mindset. I've had it for a very long time. That mindset of like, I need to do good for God to do good to me.
Oh, that's transactional.
Or I need to...
If you don't do this, God will not do this.
Yeah, or this bad is happening to me because I did this bad. Or... It's just a wrong mindset, because you start to think, which is kind of the danger I nearly fell into, that, I can do bad and still be blessed. Do you understand? Which is the... obviously further like other toxic side of it. Do you understand what I mean? Of that mindset? Whereas this God thing is really not transactional at all. Principle. It was always about the heart posture.
Yes.
It was always about, it doesn't matter whether you saw me at church. It doesn't matter whether I came on time to this. It doesn't matter whether you saw me raising my hands while I was praising my God. It's...
But I was going to say something. All those people that's... You know the crazy part of all this thing? The people that have done me wrong in this life the most, this might come out bad, are people from the church. And are people that actually speak in tongue. Like, in fact, one of the person that done me wrong badly, that I saw some side of me that I didn't know I had, was somebody that wake me up at 2:00 in the middle of the night and still speak in tongue and tell me that, and I will be wondering... But God, this one's speaking in tongues now. This one's speaking in tongues on another level.
The church is going to think we hate the church.
No, bro, I can never hate the church because I was birthed in the church.
Facts. And I know you don't. And you're just speaking the truth because it needs to be spoken.
Exactly. I'm part of... That's why God says His judgment will start from the church. Because the guy knows.
The guy knows.
He knows. Like, bro, like...
OG knows.
Bro, he knows. He knows. The fact that I'm seeing you, you're doing this, means that you're actually there. You don't learn it. In fact, your heart may not be there.
Yeah.
Your hand is up. But your heart is
But your
not.
heart's not there.
Your heart
And
is
that's
not up.
just, and that's not even like a, that's not like a nuance.
even-
Some people. That's a lot of majority of the church sometimes. Unfortunately, we're
don't
not
even
saying
cry.
this. We're not even saying this out of like rejoicing or out of like exposing something.
Yeah.
I think we're saying it from a place of,
Fix your heart.
and stop focusing on what you see because the eyes will deceive you.
Fix your heart.
Yeah, fam.
So that
Fam.
you will know.
It's not the raising of the hands that's going to save you. It's the circumcision of your heart.
Oh. Some bad. It's true. Because
I ate that up. Sorry.
absolutely. Because don't live the life you're not meant to live to make people think that is your life. Because that is not your life. At the end of the day, you're not doing nobody. You're doing yourself. Because the real you is inside your house. And when you have to make a balance.
Last question.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I love this question.
What was it?
Okay. Is there something about our relationship that you're afraid to lose?
The bond. The brotherly bond. I mean, for me, I think, although yes, I've always had really good relationship with people, but then it's not like this. It is, this one is more of, it opens my eyes to a lot of stuff about myself. As much as you may think that you're the one benefit, no, it is me benefit, because it has helped me in a lot of ways, especially mentally, physically. It has helped me to grow beyond even how I see life. And I feel like because of all these conversations in our secret play that we do have, it has helped me to develop myself and help me to grow in certain ways that I need to grow. And I think that is the major key thing that I can pinpoint right now. It's not something tradable. I've always even said this. I've always wanted to be. And then, the fact that you're now there, it has helped me a lot more. Because now I look back and I tell myself, right, this is not a coincidence. I've said this a lot of times. I say this is not a coincidence. It is not a mistake. And I'm constantly always grateful.
Yeah, I always reflect, and when I hear about relationship breakups, because remember when I was speaking about Beast Man and Megan Ashley, it shakes me because I'm like, what happens to me if I lose Sev? Do you know what I mean? And that thought, it doesn't haunt me because I don't really think like that, because I don't even give space for that, in the sense of in fact, I don't even allow my brain to think that, because it can never be something that will threaten to come to manifestation.
Yeah.
I don't play with that kind of stuff because I know how much I value you in my life, and how much I know God made you a gift for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And a gift of companionship in a way that, honestly, it's such a blessing, because I don't know if a lot of people get to experience this in platonic relationships.
Yeah.
So I definitely say I completely echo and second that, to be honest. Even with starting something as big as this, I was like, one of the reasons why I was so hesitant to start the podcast with you specifically is because when you start working with someone consistently, relationships can change. Do you understand what I mean? And that's something I just didn't want anything to ever threaten us. But a relationship needs to be challenged sometimes, and if we have that bond, it will stand the test of even what this is. Amy, guys, we need to end. We need to close up because time is gone. We're gonna end it with the quote of the day, and then we're gonna call it quits. Okay, are you guys ready? So this is the last quote that I saved on my phone, and this is the quote of the week. This is by the Dan Coe. He's a very popular quotist. I don't know if the writer, sorry. He's a very popular writer on Instagram. So the Dan Coe said, "The perfect time to start was last time you said you were going to, but you got distracted." The next best time to start is right now. Because if you're not pursuing what you want, the only option is to be distracted. And it should be obvious how that only leads to bad things. I think what he's essentially saying is that when you don't have a vision and a direction for your life and where you'll go, you will find a lot of distractions in your life.
Yep.
When you tap into your purpose and really that assignment that you were created for and you've called into in your life, distractions don't really have a way because you're just on that road of passion. You're pursuing what you were meant to give to this life. But we'll end it there, guys.
Yes.
That was a good quote to end on. That's the quote of the week. Don't be distracted. Be focused. Lock in, guys, and chase your dreams. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Make sure you guys are rating us 5 stars on Spotify. Make sure you guys are leaving your comments. We love to read your comments. Make sure you... What did you say?
Subscribe on YouTube.
Say it with confidence. Why did you say it?
Subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you're sharing us with the world. And make sure you are liking the posts on YouTube as well. Comment on YouTube as well. We want to hear your guys. We love reading through your comments, guys. I sit on my bed as if it's a bedtime story. I can't lie. You guys are amazing. I feel like we're starting to build a little bit of a community here, which I love. It's a community of love. It's a community of respect, and it's a community of authenticity.
Someone save.
Exactly. And we love you guys. We're sending so much love your ways. There was one more thing I was going to say. All our stuff on TikTok, Instagram, make sure you're sharing the reels, guys. Let's get big together. You guys saw us when we were at 300 and something followers on TikTok, and now we're on 20 something K. Let's grow big quickly and give this gift of friendship to the world. We need it so desperately. We do need the gift of friendship. We do.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We need the gift of friendship, like true friendship, so desperately in this generation that we live in where so many people feel alone in what they are facing. We love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a beautiful week.
You too. Love you.
Bye.